Hey, what's up everybody? It's Dan here. Welcome to another DanQ review Super Show. Today we have two games on the lineup, which we will discuss in a minute. At any given point in time, like usual in these videos, feel free to click the annotations on the bottom of me, wherever they may be, I don't know, in proportion, maybe around here. It'll take you to whatever review you want to see first, or if you don't even want to see one, you can completely skip the other one if you want. Otherwise, you can just let it play out. Hell, you can shut me up right now and skip to the first review, in case you don't want to hear this intro. So, whatever you want to do, that's what it's there for. That's why I make these videos together, for your ease of access. Alrighty, so first game on the lineup that we will be discussing is Lollipop Chainsaw. We haven't really talked a whole lot about, it's been a while since I actually finished this game, but I was waiting to do another game, which I kind of added last minute. I'll explain when we get there. But let's do my summary on Lollipop Chainsaw right now. Lollipop Chainsaw is available on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. It is an action and hack and slash game. It is developed by Grasshopper manufacturer who actually developed what's it called? No More Heroes series. Just in case you didn't know, it was kind of similar. That's why. And it's published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment, whatever. All right, so what can we talk about in terms of Lollipop Chainsaw? A lot of people were expecting this game to be of a certain caliber. A lot of people were either really looking forward to it or really going to say, psh, what a stupid game, right? There's a few things I want to talk about with this game, and I'm going to give you my honest thoughts and what I think this game deserves. So let's start with positive things. I still didn't remove some of the wrapping. Huh. Whatever. Anyway, what can I say about this guy? It's got a really unique premise. It's a really unique idea. Like, honest to God, who would have thought to combine a sexy cheerleader main character who is somehow a zombie hunter, and her weapon of choice is a very pink heart-covered, very girly style chainsaw of that just destroys anything in its path. Who would have thought of that? It's the norm to see zombies for her, and just the idea is so different, it's so unique, and it's really cool to see this. How do I feel about the gameplay? The gameplay is really simplistic. It's really easy to jump into it, and the thing I like the most, games, I always say this about in my reviews, games that I love the most are ones that give you upgradable abilities that you can constantly upgrade yourself with, your character, new abilities, new weapons, etc., that make the game more enjoyable, and this game does that. You have a lot of different moves, you have a lot of different skills that you can add to your character as you go along. And the cool thing is, once you're finished the game, you have the ability to use your character still and go back and redo it with all your upgraded weapons, or not weapons I shouldn't say, but abilities and skills and attributes and all that, that'll help you, and therefore you'll be able to dominate the early stages where maybe you were learning a little bit in the first time through. That's what I like the most about this guy. It was really quite awesome that you're able to do that, and they have such unique style moves and like basically your attacks are really cool. They do crazy damage depending, and as you get good at them, you can chain them together and they look even better, and you feel like such a badass when you're done with them, right? So that's what I like the most. What do I feel about the story? The story is, like I said, it's a unique idea. How much gameplay will you get out of this guy for a storyline? For a story, I think the game is about how long? Probably about 6 hours. Not bad, but I played it. I'll bet you can play on harder difficulties. Storyline is average. I don't want to conclude that as a positive or negative because it's nothing really special, right, in terms of length. But the storyline itself, I already mentioned, is really unique and it's really interesting, and I liked it in that sense. Another thing I want to mention, one of my favorite parts of this entire game was definitely the soundtrack. Some songs I heard that I just recognized. I'm like, that is an awesome song. I love this song, or whatever the case may be. Now, a huge composer of this game in terms of music was Jimmy Urine. If you don't know who that guy is, he's the frontman for a band called Mindless Self-Indulgence, a band I've actually really liked. So seeing that, and that one of the DLC skins you got was the Jimmy Urine skin, because he actually dresses like an idiot when he's on stage, so it's really funny to see that. And it was really cool just the way they did this, right? So I thought that the soundtrack was really well done. The boss battle soundtrack was completely done by Jimmy Urine, and there were other songs in it that I just knew, and I was rocking out while I was slaying these zombies with this chainsaw, with this cheerleader. It was just nuts, right? So it was perfect music for this game, guaranteed. Perfect music. What can I say as well? You know what? I think that pretty much covers it. Like, in terms of the good, it is not really. It's pretty simple. I'm trying to keep my reviews a little shorter, that I don't really need to go into too much detail. But those are some of the things I really loved about the game. Now, while there is that, those are those positives. The one big negative that I think that this game makes it hurt a little bit is the fact that it's single player only. No Xbox Live, no co-op, single player only, and you have what? A 6-hour campaign, right? Okay, that's great, but what else are you going to do when you're done? Yeah, you can redo it, but when you think about it, do you really want to go through that again? It's just not enough content in it to continue. Like, they give you challenge modes and things like that, but it really is the same gameplay after a while, and it does get very vanilla after you're done with it. You know, you need some new things instead of recycling these modes with different difficulties and more abilities. Well, that probably would make it fun. I'll bet you'd play it maybe 2 or 3 times max through, trying to get all the abilities, trying different difficulties, that sort of thing. There really isn't anything new after that. That's the only downside I think about this game, and unfortunately that's where it hurts it. But I did love this game. Honestly, the thing I didn't like about what people said was, hold on a minute. Anyway, what I didn't like is that people were saying that this is immature, it's trashy, it's just a pathetic excuse for a game. That's the intention. If I'm not mistaken, this was helped with this is like Pseudo51, who also assisted in No More Heroes. I believe that's the Japanese side of it. I can't remember how it works, even though we have, what's it called? What is it? Grasshopper Manufacture. As the developer, I believe Pseudo51, I can't remember what their relation to that is, but Pseudo51 is the main developer, and they always joke around with their stuff. They always have funny references in there. It's ridiculous, and that's the kind of thing that I like to see in a game. It's fun for a game to joke around. A lot of people take games too seriously, like, unfortunately. I mean, some are serious, and they're like works of art, in my opinion. Some are meant to be silly, and they're meant to just make you laugh, make you have fun at the same time. This is one of those games. And so for people who are saying it's inappropriate, there's an M rating right on it. It's got sexual humor, it's got blood, it's got cursing. That's the kind of thing you're going to expect. And that type of humor is geared towards that mature audience. When you have like an 18-year-old cheerleader, double D, blonde cheerleader, who's your target audience? Older male, like not older males, but like late teens, early 20s males. Like, you know, that's the target audience for this type of game. So if you're a female and you like this sort of thing, that's fine, like obviously, but some women are very offended by this type of thing, or some younger kids or parents who uproar. Again, M, mature, 17 plus, they have that there for a reason. So when I hear people like parents who are bashing the game saying this is inappropriate for my kid, I can't believe my kid played this game. Whose fault is it? Look at the flipping cover. You got zombies, you have a big-breasted blonde cheerleader wearing barely anything, and you have a giant bloody chainsaw. What do you expect is going to be in this game? I don't know. So people who are bashing it really shouldn't for that reason. It's targeted for a group. If you're a parent, you're stupid enough to let your 7-year-old kid play this game, well, that's your problem. I'm not going to babysit your kids, and neither is the developer. They have the ratings for a reason, okay? So that's Lollipop Chainsaw. That's what I have to say about it. That's what I thought. What am I going to give it? Honestly, I think this game deserves a really good rating, despite the fact that there isn't a whole lot new to it. It was really entertaining, it made me laugh, but not too many games make me really laugh anymore. This one had me in a constant laugh. Great music that you could really rock out to, and I really think this game is really good. So I'm going to give Lollipop Chainsaw 7.75. Because of that replayability, it doesn't give. I would have probably given it a higher rating, but there's not much. But this game is really solid, and I would recommend a purchase, even though there isn't much to it. You'll have a blast playing it. Especially if you're with a buddy, you know, it's a lot of laughs, and you guys are going to have a lot of fun with it. So that's Lollipop Chainsaw, 7.75 with that guy. It's my opinion. You guys can venture your opinions as well on the game if you like, if you thought these are better or worse, whatever. That's my thoughts on it, okay? Number 2 up on the list, I know absolutely no announcements to this. It was a last spur of the moment thing, and I thought, you know what, free week, I want to record something, and it was a good thing I did because the videos are getting great views, and it's something people are really enjoying. Anyway, I'm talking about Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes, and now I like the Lego Batman. Actually, I should say I love Lego. I should say Lego Batman, but the Lego video games in general. However, this was my first Lego Batman game. I've played Lego Star Wars, Lego Star Wars 2, Lego Star Wars the original trilogy, or sorry, that was Lego Star Wars 2. Lego Star Wars the complete saga, which had Lego Star Wars and Lego Star Wars 2 bundled together, and Lego Indiana Jones in it. I played those games and I got like all of them. They're like, not only are they not a pain in the ass to beat, they're like made for a younger audience, but that doesn't mean an older crowd can't have fun with it. It's a game that gives you a lot of replay value, a lot to do, a lot to collect. I love the collections. I love the humor in it. Just real subtle, not over the top. You know, really funny plays on whatever. So in Star Wars, a lot of Star Wars references with, well, obviously it's in the Star Wars game, but it's joked upon. You know, little things like that. A lot of fun. Lego Batman 2, no exception. A really great idea. This time though, I never played Lego Batman 1, so I can't really say this. But this is the first game that allowed an open world, as far as I know. Like I said, never played Lego Batman 1. A lot of people are probably going to correct me on that if I'm wrong. But a Lego Batman 2, for me, had never been open world before. It had an open world environment. So that's that. But first, let's get the summary done. So Lego Batman 2 is available, oh god, it's available on flipping everything, people. Everything. Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Nintendo Wii, PC, PlayStation Vita, Nintendo 3DS, and Nintendo DS. It's available for flipping everything. The only thing not on there is the Mac, I don't think. So it's pretty funny that it's catered for everybody, every audience, whatever you have. Like I said, it's generated for a younger audience, E10 and up, so a younger audience like 10 to 12. But I'm 21 years old, guys, okay? And I played this game, and let me tell you, I had a great time with it. So let's get into things. I'm going to explain what I think about this game and what I think it deserves. So Lego Batman, what is good about it? Lego Batman, it has, like, okay, I'm going to reiterate on this. It's got a hilarious, this is one of the things I pick up. The Lego games always have a really funny way of, like, portraying these characters from these movies or whatever, or series, in a great manner. So in this case, Lego Batman, it portrays Batman, Robin, and this has DC superheroes. So it's not just Batman, it's got all the DC superheroes like Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Superman, Cyborg, God, there were tons in here, man. There's tons. Tons of superheroes, basically. You know, the whole Justice League is in it, you know what I mean? Well, a lot of those guys are from the Justice League. You know, all your favorite villains. You got villains. You got Joker. You got Lex Luthor, the Superman's main villain. You have Catwoman. You have Two-Face. A lot of Batman and a lot of non-Batman. Mainly Batman, obviously, because of Batman. You know, but they have the DC superheroes in there as well. So apart from the side that Lego does, like this does a great job at portraying a really comedic, kiddish style version of these characters. It does a great job in that aspect, and the amount of characters in this game is amazing. I love all the choices you get, and I haven't even unlocked them all. There's tons of smaller characters that you can unlock for free play mode, but I'll get into that later. But this game has a lot of characters to play as, and it's amazing. So let me start with the story. The story mode is actually longer than I think any of the games I played. I could be wrong, but this is a long story mode, and each level is different. And each level is unique, and I had a lot of fun on each level. So the storyline is really entertaining. The fact that these DC superheroes are actually all going together to help each other, especially it's mainly following Batman and Superman, and the rest of the DC superheroes like Wonder Woman and Green Lantern and Flash and all those guys help out later on in the game. But it's really cool how they work together, and you can actually play with these two characters in the same world that they're in. You know what I mean? Instead of separate comics, they're together, working together to stop. Who else? The Joker and Lex Luthor. Like I said, Lex Luthor, Joker are both the main villains in Batman and Superman. For Batman and Superman, they're main rivals. So you're going to have a lot of fun with this storyline. You're gonna chuckle, like I said, at the references and all the humor that they have in it. Oh, this was the first game from all the Lego game where the characters talked. They actually had voice actors for this game, and for every other any other Lego game, apparently the same thing for the Lego Batman 1. No one talked. They'd just be like, basically be very visual, right? A lot of the jokes would be very visual, and they wouldn't say anything, but everything would be implied. You know what I mean? So this one was the first one with an actual storyline that had the heroes talking, everybody talking for once, right? So it was different. It was a different change. They did it well, though. I was happy with it, and I gotta say I was pleasantly surprised at how good this game was. There is a lot. I'm gonna go to another good positive. There's a lot of replay value. There's a lot to do. Like I said, once you finish story mode, you can do free mode. Because if you guys have played Lego games before, there's always like a second. There's always terminals. For example, in this game, there's Riddler terminals. Basically, you have crates that have a Riddler, like a bunch of question marks on it, and only a certain character can access it. You have to come back in free mode when you unlock the Riddler as a free mode character, and you can use that, and they'll give you usually the canisters or whatever collectibles you're shooting for. They mainly give you collectibles, and they let you get achievements, trophies, whatever, and get the game to full completion. There's vehicles. There's just so much in this damn game. It's nuts. And for a kid's game, like, I shouldn't say a kid's game, but a younger audience game, and the people who are fans of the series, whatever it's Star Wars, Indiana Jones, or Batman, or whatever the case is, are going to like the little, funny humor, because the older audience, let's be honest, grew up with Lego. I know I grew up with Lego. I love building Lego. It was awesome. And having them portrayed, like your favorite heroes or movie characters or whatever, portrayed as Lego characters, it's just hilarious to see how they do that. They're really funny, they're cute, it's just hilarious. And the ability to build things to help you go through levels, so much fun, guys, so much fun. It's a grand time. I love it, okay? And when do I say grand time? I've never said that, okay? And but one thing I would like to mention that kind of hurt this game, that I was really upset. I completely forgot. I thought that they would do it in this day and age, especially. I was originally going to do this game cooperatively on Xbox Live with RetroKid, Mr. RetroKid 91. Him and I were both going to do a point of view thing on our channels until it hit me, and I'm like, oh crap. Better look at the game case. And sure enough, just like its predecessors, it has no online co-op. That's a big thing. I think it really could have helped, because this is local. It's always been local, and I've always wanted to do it. I never thought of it. I never had the ability. I never wanted to play co-op in this game. I've always done it solo. I've always preferred to do things my own way. But I figured this game, it's 2012. You got a new game, new Lego title. You figured it'd be online. We realized this. We're like, ah, crap. I guess we'll just do our own, right? So in terms of the Lego series, they got, in my opinion, they should really add a co-op aspect to it. That would probably, an online co-op. That way the people who don't have people to do local, they have the ability to do it cooperatively and work together. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys, a few of you are frustrated because a huge part of the game is breaking everything in the area and collecting studs, which is your currency in the game. And you could buy characters and vehicles, whatever. And unfortunately, you couldn't do that because you couldn't get the speed unless you had the local co-op. So it took a lot longer for me to break these things because your computer character wouldn't do that. But that's a minor thing. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun even by yourself. But if you have a friend over, like I said, younger audience, they're gonna have a brother or sister to play with anyway. So it's gonna be really great for them. So what am I gonna give Lego Batman 2? Lego Batman 2. Honestly, I'm serious, guys. This game is good. I like it. And therefore, I'm going to give Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes an 8 out of 10. A great bang for your buck. It's a huge open world environment that you can explore, drive vehicles. As simplistic as it is, it's got its humor, it's got a lot of characters, it's got a lot of unlockables, got a lot of collectibles to get that'll keep you occupied for a good chunk of time. Is it worth the $60 price tag? Hell, no, it's not $60. This is $50. This is $50 on console, like on the next gen, like 360 and PS3. On Wii, it's I think $40, and then on all the handheld consoles, Wii and PC it's $40, and then handheld consoles it's obviously cheaper. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but for that price tag, $50, which is normally a PC game, for all that content, you get a great bang for your buck, I think. And this game is worth an 8 in my mind. I do recommend you pick it up. older, younger audience, it doesn't matter. You may feel a little silly, especially like me, someone who's 21 years old, going to a game store to get a Lego game generated for kids or younger children, or I shouldn't even say, but a younger audience, 10 to whatever, 10, 12, that area. I'm so happy I picked up this game. And I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, because a lot of people love this series. I got a lot of views on these videos. They were really positive. People love watching Lego games because they're so humorous. If you've never played one, I recommend starting with Lego Star Wars, because that game is the shahaita. I love it. And unfortunately, I wish they would make another one, but they've done all they can with it. So I'm itching to see what the next Lego title is going to be. I hope they stray away from Batman, because last year's it was Batman, and I want them to try something else. And just branch off of that. So I hope they do that with a new movie. Not something less superhero related, maybe go more into another movie. Well, you know what I mean, right? So that's it for today's episode of the DanQ review. Hope you guys enjoyed these two games. I hope you it allows you to help you make a decision if you're wanting to get these games or not. Let me know your thoughts on these games. I'd love to hear it in the comments below. Favorite the video if you really loved it. Like I said, you can comment. Subscribing helps amazingly. If you want to share it on Facebook, Twitter, that sort of thing, it helps out amazingly too. It's unbelievable. But thanks again, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope it allowed you to make a decision again. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the support. So take it easy, guys. Stay tuned for more footage. Lots coming up this next week. It's going to be crazy. So thanks, guys. See you later. Have a good one. Thanks for watching again. Take it easy. Salut. Adios. Okay, that's enough. Later, guys. Thanks again. Bye now. Okay, that's it.